everybody. Found this bill in my change today, but 4 sixes is not cool enough to keep. Had it been 7 sixes, it would have been, but it's not. Alright, so this last week or so, I found 3-star notes. They're all common though. This is a $1. It's very common. The little star means they reprinted it. And I found 2 $10 ones. Both are very common. So these will be going back. Someone I know likes to collect these, so I might take them to them and trade them. But when they're common, they're really not worth anything extra. Just something to talk about. Now, we will talk about this. I did a video for it, and I've since found out that this is copper plating on this. Someone wrote Mexico, 50 pesos, 90% silver, 1931. Now what this coin, token, whatever you want to call it, actually is, see the copper plating on it. 50 pesos, 37.5 grams. And it has 1821 and 1931 on it. And then this on the other side. But what this is a replica of the $50 gold coin. So it's not what it says it is. It's not silver. And it's not the gold piece, and it's not silver, and it doesn't weigh 37.5 grams. So this is going back to the coin dealer. I'll explain to him what it is and tell him it's not what he thought it was. That diamond is just a piece of glass. And you can buy those. Hello, Jesse. You can buy those on Amazon and a few other different places. Now, what I did get this past week, this is going to go for the tube that I'm putting silver dollars in. By the time I paid for this and the 225 in quarters, this came out to be a good $5 under the melt value of these coins, which, since this is damaged, a hole in it, although it's not a drilled, I don't know exactly how they did this, but they mangled it up quite a bit. But it's 1921, a very big year for making Morgan dollars, so it's not really worth anything extra. Even one in uncirculated condition of a 1921 is not worth a lot more than the melt. It might be worth 3 or 4 times as much as its melt, but these are all Standing Liberty quarters. They're all worn quite a bit, but it's over 50 grams of silver in this. There's 9 of them. I think they're all pretty well dateless. There might be one that's got a hint of a date left. But I don't see it. Nah, they're all dateless. But they are silver. All this is 90% silver for the stack. Now, someone asked, they have a sealed 22 penny. Is it worth much? Well, if you mean sealed, like put in a grading slab, All you have to do is look it up online for the price guide. If it's NGC graded, you look at NGC. If it's PCGS graded, you look at PCGS. And then we'll have a thing telling you when the last time a coin of that grade was sold. I don't know that a 22 penny could be worth a lot. So, but what I'll do is I'll look it up real quick. All right, 1922 cent. 1922 cent, if it has no mint mark, because 1922 Denver is the only option. If it has no mint mark on it, and it's sealed up in a case, you probably do have something worth something. I mean, the other two options, one's a weak D and the other one is just a 22D. In mint state, those are worth a few hundred. But the 1922 with no D mint mark on it, and it's graded by a PCGS or NGC mint state 60 or higher, it's a good $10,000 coin. So it is truly that. It is worth something. Anyway, I wanted to get this live video up and tell you that just because something is marked on a card like this, it says 1931 and it says 90% silver, 50 pesos, does not mean it's silver, does not mean it is what it says it is. Because if this was real, if this thing was real, it'd be gold. And a gold piece that's 37.5 grams, I just looked on AppMex, they're $4,000 plus for them. So obviously this isn't real, and it's going back to the coin dealer. And he will give me a refund because it's not what he said it was, and it's not worth your reputation. So $2.25 in standing Liberty quarters. I believe they were 51 and something grams. And despite the whole, this is nearly what it started out as weight wise. It's 26 something, 26 point, anywhere from 0.6. They start at 26.73, so it's down slightly. It does have a touch of wear. But these versus the older ones, they're flatter designs, so it ain't down very much. But we can show you. One thing I do recommend, if you're going to buy coins, is to get a scale. It's very important on certain coins to weigh them, because if they don't weigh right, they probably don't have what they say it is. So we got the scale ready. And I'll show you what I mean by this one. Right on it, you can see it says 37.5 grams. Well, we take it out. We have our scale set to grams. We take the raw piece. We set it on the scale. And you tell me. If it says it's supposed to be 37.5 grams, that's what that 375G is, and that's what it weighs, it's clearly not what it claims to be. So that will be going back. All right. Now we take Morgan dollar. They start at 26.73, so this one with the hole that's been pried in it and stuff, they didn't remove very much, so of the metal for it to still be 26.63 grams. And then this, there's 9 quarters here. $51.5 basically. So this back here, you take all of it together, and I come up with 78.21 grams. And with silver, let's see what it is running right at the moment. Well, the latest price thing on the chart says it was $38.03, I think. Melt value of a $0.50 be on, according to that, is like $13.75. $13.75 divided by 12.5, which is how many grams they are, tells you it's $1.10 per gram. So $1.10, that was 78 grams, give or take. There you go, $85.80 melt value on that. I got the whole pile there for 75, so I'm $10 under melt. All because this stuff is heavily worn out, and the Morgan dollars are 21 and very common with a hole busted in it. That's how you're going to get your deals on this kind of silver. When it's worn out like this. And if you buy from a coin dealer often, he may let you have this stuff cheaper than you expect. Because I was probably going to go at least $80 on this but he said 75. So I was like, okay, 75 it is. So he gave me a good bargain. Now, I have bought stuff from him that wasn't bargain coins. I bought a Carson City dime from him. That's $125. Carson City dimes, they're not super uncommon, but they can get pricey if they're like at least like fine or higher. So I bought that from him. I bought a few other seated Liberty dimes off of him and various other coins. A lot of these. He finds these often. I don't know how many I even have now. But about 3 years ago, I was doing a treasure chest challenge, right? I was trying to fill it up 90% silver like this. Well, I told him what I wanted if he had stuff like that he was willing to sell that cheap. Because I told him stacker coins, and he didn't know exactly what he goes, what do you mean by stacker? Because he's more of a jeweler than he is a coin dealer. So anyway, I have a playlist showing it on my channel. If you look at the playlist, you'll see one for treasure chest challenge. This is the treasure chest. It's one of them old world map type ones that come from Hobby Lobby. It's wood. It's nearly a 4-inch box, about 2.25, maybe 2.5 inch deep till it gets to the top. So me and several other channels talked about doing a treasure chest challenge. Well, it didn't take long before some of the other guys, they done a few videos, they bought some. Now I guess they lost interest. But I kept pushing on because I wanted to fill it. And fill it I did. So it's a lot of coins. A lot of coins to fill a box this big. It doesn't look that big, and it doesn't look like it would hold that much. But you take something like this, there's 9 quarters. You put them down in the bottom, and you can kind of see, well, it'll take a lot of quarters to fill this box up, or chest. So for that challenge, let me put this back down. For that challenge, I got, put that back over here. A lot of quarters, a lot of standing Liberty ones that are worn like this. I got a lot of dimes, a lot of Mercury dimes, a lot of other dimes. There are barber dimes, quarters, and $half in it. In the coins that I did buy for it, I did get some seated Liberty coins too. I got a dime, a quarter, and $half that had a hole drilled in it and was plugged. They all went in there, although they're not in the same coin bag. I might have got a half dime that I threw in there too, but it did not stay in the box normally, or the bag, whatever. I kept those coins separated because I wanted to keep them handy so I could find them easy. You start dumping them deep into that, and then you'll never find them. And among the coins I did put in that was a few Morgan dollars that worn out and some peace dollars. By the time the year was over, I think I had about 16 or 17 dollar coins in it. Peace dollars that were worn out, Morgans that were worn out. A couple of them had holes in them. Didn't matter. Didn't matter at all because it was just to fill it up. Now, I didn't want to go live too long tonight, but I did want to go ahead and provide the update. That one coin is not what it said it was. And goes to show you that someone can write on those coin cards like this in a flip. They can write anything they want. They can claim anything they want. My coin dealer I bought this from, does have a signal. They should have used it. In fact, I should have insisted that he put it on the signal just so I could see if it was silver before I ever bought it. But since it's not 37.5 grams, it's copper plated, and it's a replica coin that's likely not silver, he will give me a refund because nobody wants that on their reputation. As for the person that asked about Morgans, the 21 Morgan here is very common. Now this one, the damage is right where the mint mark would be, and I can't tell if there's a mint mark on that or not. But this is going in a tube of junky dollars. Now, I see Addicted to Minis has joined. This thing. Somebody wrote 90% silver, 50 pesos. Well, this is a replica of the gold coin. It's not 37.5 grams. It's copper plated. It's basically worthless. A coin dealer believed whoever wrote that's not his writing. This is not his writing. He believed them and priced this for, if it was 37.5 grams, it would have been 1.2056 ASW if it was silver, but it's not. So that one goes back to the coin dealer, because it's not what they said it was. By the way, these little decorative type treasure chests are kind of cool. It's something that came from Hobby Lobby. They have all kinds of this stuff. They have smaller ones, bigger ones. I got a replica of a replica. Exactly, something like that. Anyway, it's going back to the coin dealer. They often, at Hobby Lobby, they oftentimes have a half off sale, and that's when I bought this one. See, it was $4.99, but 50% off means it was $2.50 for a little wooden box. That might hold about $15 or $20 worth of quarters. I don't know. But you put a Morgan dollar in it, it fits front to back, but not wide enough for two of them. If you put it in this way, the lid will close if it's standing up, so you could probably run about a tube's worth down that. Oh, I wish I had my tube out of the vault. I could try it and see what it looked like, but I don't. Well, that's something for tomorrow night. I don't even know what's in this. I do now. This was also bought at Hobby Lobby, and it's a slightly different design with like a strap across the top of it. Same price. What's in this? Some of the stuff I used during that challenge. Props. Fake looking gold coins and little stones to give it like a pirate theme, which is kind of funny. But yeah, these are made out of wood, staples, and I think when they sold these at 50% off, they weren't making any money. I mean, I don't know how much effort it takes to put all this stuff. Well, enjoy your work, because I don't have to work. tomorrow. I'm happy. These things are kind of neat. This one's a little bit bigger. It's $5.99, but I bought it on a 50% off sale. This one definitely has a pirate type look to it with the bands and what looks like, you know, it's kind of neat, but I definitely don't think you should buy these unless they're on sale, unless you just want one. This one's probably big enough to hold the little one inside it, maybe. Well, not quite. Catches on the latch. Anyway, that pretty much sums up what I wanted to cover tonight. Sometimes you can get your silver really cheap if you buy often, and the coin dealer likes to round stuff off to the nearest 5. But on this, I think I told him this was 51 grams roughly, and this was barely down. And I told him, well, I didn't tell him exactly what the coin melt chart said the melt was. He based it on the price of silver the day I bought it, and he thought, well, 75 sounds good, and he said, okay. Now, I said, okay, I mean, wasn't going to argue. If you're going to give me silver $10 under melt, I'm going to buy it. And that's what this ended up being, basically, for these coins. I hope everyone has a good night, because I got other stuff to do. And I might go live tomorrow. We'll see what the resolution is on the replica coin thing I'm going to take back. And I'm also going to take these two $10 star notes, which are very common. Maybe even that common when you get rid of them, because there's no reason to keep them. They're common. But I am going to keep this for a little while, because that V prefix out there means they went through the serial numbers many times on this. The highest I've seen is an X one, but I didn't keep it. And it was several years ago, or from several years ago. But I hope that everyone has a good night, because it's pretty much all I got. And thank everybody for stopping by, including Addicted to Minis and Loving It, and Jesse and Hugh. Who else came by? There's a few other names. Wendy. A couple of them I don't know. Never seen the name before. Don't know if it's an actual person's name or not, but that's fine. Hope that everyone has a great night, and we shall see you next time.